Dear learners, in the last session we arrived at the trapezoidal rule to evaluate integral a to b f of x dx numerically where the actual function f of x is not known. Now in this session we'll try to verify what will be the error component in evaluating using trapezoidal rule. You consider the integral 0 to 1 by 1 plus x into dx. Let's check the actual value. So when evaluating 1 by 1 plus x, we have log of 1 plus x between the limits 0 to 1. So it is log 2 minus log 1. So when you substitute the upper limit and the lower limits, we know log 1 is 0, so it is log 2. Of course in calculus it is to base e, whose value is going to be 0.6931 4718 and so on. Now let's try to evaluate by splitting this into single interval, and we know the graph of this function, it is going to be in this manner. So now we are going to divide this as a single interval. This point is a and this is b, that is x0 to x1. Now if we evaluate this as a single interval, that is t1 of f, it is going to be h by 2 into f of a plus f of b, where h is your b minus a, that is 1 minus 0, 1 by 2 into f of 0 plus f of 1. So it is equal to f of 0, 1 by 1 plus 0, it is 1. F of 1, 1 by 1 plus 1, it is 1 by 2. So that is equal to 3 by 4, which is 0.75. Whereas the actual value is 0.693147. So now what happens if we split this into two intervals, that is x0, x1, x2. Of course the rule demands that they should be equally spaced. So where x0 is 0, so dividing into two intervals, so 0.5 and 1. So the corresponding y value is going to be 1 by 1 plus 0, it is 1. 1 by 1 plus 1 by 2. So it is 1 by 3 by 2, that is 2 by 3, and it is again 1 by 2. So this is our y0, y1, y2. Now the trapezoidal rule gives t2 of f, it is h by 2. Here h is 1 by 2 into y0, it is 1, plus yn, that is y2, which is 1 by 2, plus 2 into 2 by 3. So which is equal to 1 by 4 into 3 by 2 plus 4 by 3. Which is 17 by 24. So the value of 17 by 24, it is 0.7083 bar. Now you see your t1, the actual value, integral a to b 1 by 1 plus x into dx minus t1 of f, it is equal to 0.0 minus 0.75, that is minus 0.0568582, whereas in the case of integral a to b 1 by 1 plus x into dx, when it is approximated, when it is divided into two intervals, in this case what happens to the error term? So in this case the error is 0 minus 0.01518. So the error has decreased. So as we increase the number of intervals, the error term will decrease. Let us verify this by using one more approximation. Let's go for T3 of f, that is divide 0 to 1 into 3 equal intervals. In this case, first let's find our nodal points. So x, y, start from 0, interval h is 1 by 3. So 2 by 3, 1. And when x is 0, it is 1. When x is 1 by 3, 1 by 1 plus 1 by 3. So it is 3 by 4. And in this case, 3 by 5. And then 1 by 2. So now approximating to the T3 of f, approximating using T3 of f, it is h by 3 into y naught plus yn plus 2 into, so T3 means it is going to be y naught, y1, y2, y3. So y naught plus y3 into plus 2 into y1 plus y2. So here h is 1 by 2. Of course it is h by 2. So h is 1 by 3. 1 by 3 by 2 into y naught is 1, y3 is 1 by 2 plus 2 into y1 is 3 by 4, y2 is 3 by 5, and on simplifying this we have 0.7. So error in this case, integral a to b 1 by 1 plus x into dx minus T3 of f, it is equal to log 2 minus 0.7. So log 2, it is 0.69314718 minus 0.7, it is going to be minus 0.00685282. So comparing with T2 and T3, we have seen that the error factor reduces. But what would be, and so it is clear that as the number of intervals increases, the error will decrease. Now let us try arrive at the general formula for the error function. So to arrive at the error in evaluating integral a to b f of x dx using the trapezoidal rule, let us divide the integral a to b, the interval a to b into n equally spaced intervals. That means the integral a to b f of x dx is split into integral x naught to x1 f of x into dx plus integral x1 to x2 f of x into dx plus etc. integral xn minus 1 to xn f of x into dx. Now let us arrive at the error factor in each of the interval, and finally we arrive the cumulative error in each of the interval gives the total error in evaluating integral a to b f of x dx. For this we approximate f of x to the Taylor series expansion. So consider the interval, the first interval, first sub interval x naught to x1. So in this interval our f of x is equal to, using Taylor series expansion, it is f of x naught. That is, for any x that belongs to this interval x naught to x1, our f of x is f of x naught plus h by, or x minus x naught. X minus x naught by 1 factorial into f dash of x naught plus x minus x naught the whole squared by 2 factorial into f double dash of x naught plus etc. So in this interval, evaluate the integral x naught to x1 f of x into dx. It is going to be integral x naught to x1 f of x naught plus x minus x naught by 1 factorial into f dash of x naught plus x minus x naught the whole squared by 2 factorial into f double dash of x naught plus etc. into dx. Evaluating the integral, we get f of x naught into x plus x minus x naught the whole squared by 2 f dash of x naught being constant, plus evaluating x minus x naught the whole squared, we get x minus x naught the whole cube by 3 into 2 factorial f double dash of x naught plus etc. between the limits x naught to x1. So in the lower limit, except the first term, all other terms are going to be 0 because x naught minus x naught. So in the first term we get x1 minus x naught into f of x naught plus the second term, the lower limit, it is going to be 0. In the upper limit we have x1 minus x naught the whole squared by 2 into f dash of x naught plus x1 minus x naught the whole cube by 6 into f double dash of x naught plus etc. This x1 minus x naught is going to be the length of the, or step size. So it is going to be h into f of x naught is nothing but our y naught plus h squared by 2 into y naught dash plus h cube by 6 into y naught double dash plus etc. Now let's we know that the geometrical meaning of integral, this is x naught to x1 f of x into dx. In the sense we are going to divide this intervals, divide this a to b, interval a to b into n plus 1 equal intervals. So this will be our xn, and here we have x1, x2 and so on up to xn. So if this we integral x naught to x1 f of x dx gives area of this part. So by trapezoidal rule we can have this can be approximated to, you have this as equation 1 by trapezoidal rule. Integral x naught to x1 f of x into dx is equal to x1 minus x naught by 2 into y naught plus y1, wherever x1 minus x naught is nothing but the class size that can be taken as h. So it is equal to h by 2 into y naught plus y1. Now let's try to get an expression for y1. Call this as equation 2. By Taylor series expansion, we have f of x1 is equal to f of x naught plus x1 minus x naught by 1 factorial into f dash of x naught plus x1 minus x naught the whole squared by 2 factorial f double dash of x naught plus etc. So we have y1 is equal to y naught plus h into y naught dash plus h squared by 2 into y naught double dash plus h cube by 3 by 6 into y naught triple dash plus etc. So substituting this in equation 2, so this is t1 of f in that interval. So substituting this, or we have substituting in equation 2, we have t1 of f, or we can say it is the area of that trapezium. Okay, distance between the parallel sides by 2 into sum of length of the parallel sides. That's the formula for area of trapezium. So substituting in equation 2, y1, for y1 we have y naught. In place of y1 we substitute this value, y naught plus h into y naught dash plus h squared by 2 into y naught double dash plus h cube by 6 into y naught triple dash plus etc. Now let's try to get the error function, error value. So integral, the actual integral x naught to x1 f of x dx minus the trapezoidal rule, that is the area of the trapezium. So minus a naught, that is equal to, from the actual integral we had h y naught plus h squared by 2 into y naught dash plus h cube by 6 into y naught double dash plus etc. minus this trapezoidal rule, the value we got by applying trapezoidal rule. So h into y naught plus h squared by 2 into y naught dash plus h cube by 4 into y naught double dash plus etc. So on omitting higher powers of h, omitting h power 4 and higher powers of h, because h is going to be very small value, so the higher powers will turn out to be 0. So from this h y naught h squared by 2 y naught dash h squared by 2 y naught dash will get cancelled. So in the rest of the terms it is going to be h cube by 6, that is h cube into y naught double dash 1 by 6 minus 1 by 4, that is equal to minus 1 by 12 minus 1 by 12 into h cube into y naught double dash. So this is the error in evaluating the first subinterval x0 to x1. Similarly, if we go for the subsequent subintervals, in general we have integral xi to xi plus 1 f of x dx minus the area using the trapezoidal rule ai. It is going to be minus 1 by 12 into h cube into yi double dash. So adding all these values, we have integral x0 to x1 f of x dx plus integral x1 to x2 f of x dx plus etc. Here it is I is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 etc. up to n. So the last integral will be xn minus 1 to xn f of x into dx minus a naught plus a1 plus a2 etc. up to a n minus 1. So it is equal to minus h cube by 12 into y naught double dash plus y1 double dash plus y2 double dash plus etc. y n minus 1 double dash. Suppose your m is the maximum value. So let m is equal to the maximum of y naught double dash comma y1 double dash comma y2 double dash and so on up to yn minus 1 double dash, and replace each of this value by capital M. Then we have, it is going to be n into h cube. So the error it is going to be the actual value minus the value obtained by trapezoidal rule. It is minus n by 12 into h cube. This n is nothing but b minus a by h. So that is equal to b minus a by 12h into h cube. That is equal to b minus a by 12, or we can say it is less than, because we have replaced each of the value by maximum, so it is less than. So that is equal to, so the absolute error, it is going to be less than b minus a by 12 into h squared. So the order of the error in the trapezoidal rule is of order h squared. Okay, in the next session we'll discuss about the Simpson's rule.